Corbyn's comments effectively clearing the way for a December election, aren't they?
Absolutely. Probably on December 11th, it seems to be what all of them may settle on as a date. But Labour had very little choice, as you know, in that matter now, because the Lib Dems and the SNP were preparing to support the one-line bill that was tabled by Boris Johnson's government, triggering the poll in any case. So instead of being accused to be running away from the electorate, well, Corbyn decided to dive and to state that he has consistently said that he was ready for an election, and there was only the fact that no deal Brexit had to be removed from the table, which effectively he said that the EU have done by pushing Brexit to the now deadline of the 31st of January. But it certainly is not what the Labour leader wanted. We have to remember that in the opinion polls, he's lagging behind the Conservatives, about 15 points behind, and he is the less popular, the most unpopular leader of Labour probably since the post-war period.
Just tell me a little bit more as to why he changed his mind.
Well, he was basically left very little choice at this stage. Since the start of Boris Johnson's reign in the early September, you had an opposition which was united. The Lib Dems, the SNP, Labour and the Tory rebels were all consistently creating a bloc opposing Boris Johnson in every way. He lost all his votes but two in Parliament. But for different reasons and party political reasons, the SNP and Lib Dems said a few days ago that, in fact, they would actually be happy to go to an election in early December if Boris Johnson was to pull out his divorce bill rather than trying to push it through Parliament between now and early November. So since it's becoming now clear that Boris Johnson is happy to not go ahead with the divorce bill, well, they decided that they could go into an election and put it to the people, since they're not going to have a referendum anytime soon. Well, they'll put it to the people that this election can be a form of referendum, and they will ask, the SNP and Lib Dems will ask people who want to stay within the EU to vote for them. Now, obviously, this creates enormous pressure on the main opposition party, Labour, to follow suit.